Hey y'all, I got something else to say. My name is Lorianne. I'm a registered nurse, holistic nurse coach, helping women heal from toxic relationships with self love and God. All right, y'all. So I want to tell you, going no contact with your parents can be uh, a very difficult decision, especially when it's going against the norms, going against the grains of your family, taking the risk of being rejected and outcasted and, talked down on for making that decision. I think it's important to go no contact with your parents sometime, and every situation is different. But I think it's important because how can you heal in the same place that broke you? How can you heal when you're constantly being triggered? You're constantly being hurt every time you talk to them. How can you see the bigger picture and how it has affected you and unpacking your trauma? And how can you do that if you don't have the boundary and say, you know what, I need to take a step back from you? And it doesn't mean that you hate your parents or you are disobeying your parents. It just means that you need to heal and you're removing yourself from a toxic situation, just like any relationship that we have that is toxic, right? Um, you can honor your parents by still loving your parents, by still forgiving your parents. And this is a tough thing to do, especially if there were many forms of abuse, in the relationship. It can be a really tough one to forgive someone when they have trespassed us or, when they have done stuff that really hit us to our core. But it's important because you have to set yourself free. You can't hold on to anger and it will make you sick. It will destroy you spiritually, mentally, physically. It's just not good to hold on to these feelings. So you have to set yourself free and stop harboring that hateful energy and the anger and sadness and stuff and just live your best life. And it's not easy to do. Definitely easier to say than to do it. But you can honor your parent that you go no contact with by still loving them from a distance. And you don't have to be in a relationship with them. You don't have to, talk to them or anything like that. But you could just in your heart and talking to God, you love your parent. You just can't talk to them and have the relationship that you will have wanted with your parent. You accept that things are not going to be the way that you wanted them to be, and you accepting them as a person and accepting that, okay, my parent wasn't right, but I still forgive them. I still love them. And when they get old, I may take care of them. I keep my heart open and I pray for them to change. I pray for them to have an understanding, a deeper understanding, maybe get some help. Maybe they can get some help for themselves, right? Because a lot of times when we have toxic or narcissistic parents, they don't want to change. They don't want to look in the mirror. They don't want to grow. They want to stay in their old ways, right? So I think it's really important to forgive and pray for them, right? You have to remove yourself sometimes from a toxic relationship to see the bigger picture, to see clearly, and to allow yourself to heal. Sometimes we have to draw distance and go no contact to properly heal ourselves, heal our wounds, and get closer to God. Um, Sometimes when a parent realizes that their child is not talking to them, it makes them self reflect. It makes them think about how their actions may have been hurtful. It makes them really ask themselves the questions, the hard questions that they would have not asked if you were to stay in their life. Um, so sometimes removing your presence is actually the thing that they needed to grow, to get help, you know, and to be able to be a part of your life, to be able to enjoy their grandkids and so on, right? So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. I am no contact with my mom, and it definitely was a hard decision, but this is the most like I've came a long way. I've dealt with insecurities. I've dealt with flashbacks, PTSD, childhood traumas, low self-esteem, like um loss of self-identity. Like I had to see who I really was and what God made me to be and learn my authentic self. And I couldn't do that with my mom still around. I just couldn't. So it was one of those decisions that I had to make, and it was destroying my relationships. because toxic moms, narcissistic moms have no boundaries. So it was destroying my life. I had to understand where it was affecting me, how it was affecting me. And I had to make that decision to go no contact because otherwise it was limiting me, you know? It was keeping me um it was keeping me here when I wanted to grow. I wanted to have my own identity and be confident and um, have high self esteem, or, like I wanted to love myself more, respect myself more. And where I was going, the places that I was going, I just couldn't bring her with me. And I tried so hard to bring her with me because that's your mom. And you never want to cut off your mom. I get it. But sometimes, in order to grow and see the bigger picture, sometimes we've been brainwashed. Sometimes we believe things that are not true because our parents put this in our heads since we were a child. And then when you go no contact, it's like it's the wool is pulled over your, from over your eyes, and you're just like, wow, I see life clearly now, you know? And so it's just crazy. Like, definitely, um, I feel like better. Um, I definitely am experiencing peace. I, you know, have I can go to bed happy. Like, my mood is better. I'm vibrating higher. I'm more confident in myself. I love myself. My relationships are getting better. I'm standing up for myself in ways. I'm setting boundaries. Um, I'm more authentic. I care less about what people think about me. I know I can do whatever I put my mind to. You know, and I'm growing a closer relationship with God. I'm understanding more and more every day that God loves me, even if my parent don't, or even if she is unable to show me that love. I know that my God loves me. Okay. um it's just different, y'all. It's definitely a different experience, and I would have not got here if I didn't go no contact with my mom. And like I said, every relationship is different, every situation is different. So my situation may have been different from yours, but sometimes you got to go no contact, especially if your family is full of like toxic or narcissistic people, because it's kind of like a cult, you know like, it's you're looked down on for making that decision of going no contact, because everybody else in the family looks at you like you're the troublemaker, or you're going against your mother, and how could you do that? So you're talked about. They spread rumors, and some people say, oh, she's not that bad, but you suffered in silence. Nobody was there taking up for you when you were suffering in silence. When you were called names or put down, or bullied, abused. But so many family members have a lot to say about it when you decide to go no contact. It's like going against the grain, I'm telling you. And it's crazy because it's like, wow, like, this should not be normalized, right? Like, our parents should show us unconditional love and build us up, not tear us down, right? Our parents are supposed to help guide us through life. And I just feel like, being in a family with a lot of toxic people can sometimes feel like a cult. Well, it is a cult, I feel like, because it brainwashes you. It strips you of your identity, it takes your voice away, like, it's really damaging. So that's my take on it. I don't regret it, not one bit. And it's crazy because at first I did feel bad for cutting off my mom, but every day got better, and I understood why I needed to make that very tough decision. And like I said, I still love my mom, and I pray for her. I forgive her. And, I pray that one day maybe we can, she can understand what was going on, and she is seeking help, and, a closer relationship with God, and for God to change her heart, and, all those things. But until then, I have to have this boundary because it was destroying my life to maintain that relationship. So you got to do what's best for you and yours. Um, and you also got to understand that people people don't want you to have a mind of your own. People don't want you to do what's not normal to them. They like you to be brainwashed. They like you to think like them. They like you to follow and not lead. So And a lot of times that's how it is in toxic families. They just want you to keep enduring abuse and keep taking it. And oh, it's not that bad. Oh, it's not that deep. Or oh, you're lying. She told me this. And, like we know it's two sides to a story. But I mean, hey, if that's what you want to believe about me, then believe it. I don't have time to sit here and try to prove to you how it affected me, how it hurt me, or what was really done, because a lot of times toxic people lie. So I'm not going to sit here and explain to other family members or whatever, you know, and defend myself against a lie. If that's what you want to believe, then believe it. I know for myself who I am and how it affected me and how I was true to her in the situation. And I had to remove myself with love, of course. And I asked God to help me with this process. This journey is not easy. I held a lot of anger and I didn't even know it, you know. And it was like, oh my gosh, like one day I realized how much I was angry by my childhood and stuff like that. And God revealed it to me. And I'm just like, God, help me. Help me get this off of me. And I've been seeking his face every day. And the anger just been melting away, y'all. Like, and I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't go no contact with her. So anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Um, that's all I got for y'all today, y'all. God bless. And wherever you are in your journey, I love you. Okay. And you're not alone. We're in this together. Definitely if you're going through a similar problem like me. And I pray that it gets better for you. I pray that God continues to give you the strength and the protection and that you're able to make the hard decisions for yourself, the hard but necessary decisions. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Have a good day. Bye bye.